Alright, yo, what is up, guys? Coming to do a trade recap today. I'm recording on my PC right now because my MacBook was freezing when I was trying to record. So I just got some jazz playing, so you don't hear my PC fans in the background. Hopefully that doesn't be too distracting. But um, today, September 1st. Hold on. Today, September 1st. We have a bank holiday. Where's the bank holiday? Okay, here we go. September 1st, we have a bank holiday. And I wasn't really expecting too much from Asia session. I know Asia session and London session will expand a little bit more than New York will on bank holidays. But I don't know. As far as bias today, I was pretty bearish. We had this high of day. I'm sorry, all-time high SMT on NQ. ES did not take its all-time. I'm sorry, I have it backwards. Let me set this up first. Okay. ES took all-time high. NQ did not take all-time high, so I'm looking for bearish prices down to this 4-hour BISI. I was expecting price to bounce and take out these relative highs. Looking for price to bounce, take out these relative highs. Not really relative highs, but stacked highs, right? Or this low resistance liquidity, better term for that. Low resistance liquidity, I'm looking for that to get taken out. But that is not what ended up happening. Price breaks lower on Friday, so we take out all-time high on Thursday. Price breaks lower on Friday. Breaks through this bullish order block, turns it into a bearish breaker. Also giving us our CISD on the 4-hour. So now I'm extremely bearish. Not extremely bearish, but I'm just very bearish, right? Like my bias is bearish. We also have this daily order block resting here for a draw on liquidity, and we have this daily bullish order block as a draw on liquidity. Relative equal lows on the daily as targets for not really targets, but more for the draw. Like this low right above, this internal low right above the daily order block for a draw. And then we have this daily order block, daily bearish order block right here. Daily bearish order block. Price tags into that. Tags into the 4-hour SIBI that was created on Friday. I'm looking for price on Asia session to take out this high that's creating the 4-hour order block as an internal manipulation, as a form of internal manipulation. And that's pretty much what we got on open, right? So right into open, I got exactly what I was looking for. Internal manipulation. This is also an AMD. You have the accumulation, manipulation, but I mean this is already like a 4-hour order block right here, right? So the accumulation manipulation would have happened on this fair value gap right here. This would have been a bit cleaner. I don't really trade AMD, but if you do, like, that's something that you could really like kind of utilize. You accumulate, manipulate, and then distribute. That was basically the one thing you could have looked at for the trade. For me, I was looking more at the market maker sell model. First stage accumulation, displacement, redistribution. Let me do this. First stage accumulation. I'm sorry. Original consolidation, displacement, first stage accumulation, small minor reversal, first stage accumulation, distribution, and then into the sell-off target, into the sell side. Let me get rid of this line. There we go. So Going into my first couple trades. I took 3 trades today. First trade, like I said, right into open. Takes out the 4-hour SIBI, taps into daily order block, taps into the 4-hour fair value gap that was here before, right here, 4-hour fair value gap, 4-hour bit SIBI. And then we get a sweep of the high of day. So that's my internal manipulation. That's my internal turtle. That's not really a turtle soup because there's no liquidity here. There's no high to sweep. It's more of just like a straight sell off. So maybe that's probably why I got stopped out, as you can see. Would have been nicer if there was more liquidity resting in here, but it is what it is. I like this trade. I'll take this trade. I wouldn't say 100 times more, probably 10 times again. Like I'll probably take this trade 10 more times. Like out of, you know what I'm saying? Like I would take this trade multiple times. I would take this trade over again, just not a lot, right? I would rather wait for 6:30 is what I'm trying to say. Let me show you ES. So you see the high of day. ES takes high of day at 519. NQ does not. Right? NQ does not. All right. So for the second trade of the day, I was looking to re-enter. There was no SMT here. It is what it is. I just ended up looking for this internal manipulation. Saw this as turtle soup. Entered. We chop around, and then I get stopped out. There was another opportunity for me to enter, and we actually end up tapping that 4-hour fair value gap. This was the setup that I was really leaning towards, but because we had these stacked SIBIs, I wouldn't have minded entering on this SIBI right here. I wouldn't have minded entering here. Let me get rid of this daily order block, make it cleaner. I wouldn't have minded entering at this daily SIBI. That's what I tried to do in the first trade and the second trade, because the second trade, like I said, I had this down, or like I said, not like I said, like I had before, I had this down here, grouping these two fair value gaps together, treating it as a breakaway gap. I know we have this fair value gap up here, but to me, I'm not really demanding that price gets all the way up here. I'd rather it get to this candle right here, this being the breakaway gap to this candle, but I don't mind using this candle as an entry, or I don't mind using this candle as the catalyst to move us down lower. I forgot to mention that there was this new week opening gap. I normally target new day open for H session, but normally target new day open for H session, but we also have an unfilled new week opening gap with the liquidity void right down here. So I'm leaning towards the lower quadrant, the lower half of this new week opening gap for price targets, or for TP, if you want to call it that, and these relative equal lows down here. Gives me more confidence. As you can see, we have a lot of displacement. Let me go back. So I get stopped out here. We have this SMT from Thursday's high. Well, this is Friday, because I didn't use Thursday's high, because Thursday's high would have had me drag the SMT through all this price action. This looks messy to me, so I just ended up doing this Friday high, right, on YM. On YM, if I go to the 15, you see we sweep Thursday's high, creating our SMT. Let me go back to the 1 minute. So now that we have our SMT, I'm looking for internal manipulation. That's what we get with the high of day SMT. I mean, if you look, If you look, ES does not take out high of day at 718, while NQ does. So that's my internal manipulation. We kind of get a soup here, but not necessarily, because we take out this high right with this down close candle. So I don't really classify this as a soup. It's a soup for this high. We take out the sellers that are trying to get in short before inversing this gap. Right, so this gives me extra confirmation that we're gonna go lower. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it just gives me more confidence in my trade. We have this 1 minute bullish BISI, or 1 minute BISI, sorry. And then we have this down close candle that I like to see price displace through as a change in the state, or it could give me my change in the state. So that's what we get. We get displacement. This is the most displacement I've seen out of the whole night from a CISD. But I am in short. I enter short at this candle right here, I believe. That's about as much displacement as I need through a CISD. I don't really demand too much if I have internal manipulation and I have an SMT. So this was enough for me to enter right here, like how it was before. This was just a little bit early in the day. But we displaced through it. So yeah, we displaced through it. We sweep internal again. We sweep internal again. And this gives me our soup. I believe there's an SMT here as well. Yes, there was an SMT. So yeah, SMT, soup, and then we have a bunch of different internal sweeps here, or a bunch of internal SMTs, sorry. But I'm not really marking those out because we can have all of that on the way down and still break and go to my stop loss. So I'm really focusing on just this one. And as you can see, we begin to break lower, break lower, break lower, completing our market maker sell model, going all the way down to new day open, breaking down to the new week opening gap, going to the lower half of the new week opening gap, trading to it, bouncing, tabbing new day opening gap. We form a soup. This one I'm actually watching. We form a soup and an SMT. If you look, was it YM? Yep. It was YM and ES, I believe. So we form an SMT with the soup. This gives me confidence that we're going to go down to my target. We break lower. And then eventually we get down to my sell side target. My first target. I could have targeted down here, but it's like I was trading one contract. So like this is like an extra $200, I believe. It's not really worth it. I'd rather just take what I'm confident in. I'm confident in these relative equal lows getting tagged. We get the soup. I'm now confident in these lows getting tagged, and that's pretty much it for the trade. And yeah, that's really all I was looking at, right? If you look, these are my executions. These are my executions. First trade, stopped out. Second trade, chop, stopped out. Third and final trade. I was pretty much done after this trade. I was like, if I don't see a setup after the second trade, I won't take it. But we ended up getting a beautiful setup right after I got stopped out, so I might as well enter it. And that's pretty much what happened. Took the third trade all the way down to sell side. The reason I want to make this video though is just because this trade got me out of drawdown. So if you look, I was taking relatively, like I was managing risk well, right? Like I was losing. I took these trades on ES, and on NQ they ended up playing out, but on ES I ended up getting manipulated. Like ES just wanted to create an internal manipulation and stop me out. So it is what it is. took those losses. These two are with the same trade. I just added it into my position. Added another contract on this trade. So these two are the same trade. This is another trade. So that's the two trades on was this Wednesday? Thursday. What is it? Where's the 245? Why doesn't it show it? Oh, I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. It's this one. The 28th? Yep. One trade, small loss. Another trade, small loss. So just managing risk is what allowed me to get at a drawdown. Like if I was taking like $500 losses, $600, $700, $1,000 losses in a day, like losing $1,000 in a day, it would be a lot more difficult to crawl out a drawdown. I probably would have ended up blowing the account. But because my losses were so small, days like this are possible for saving the account, or not really saving the account, but just getting me out of drawdown, right? Like it's just really important to manage your risk appropriately. And yeah, I just wanted to get on this video and say, like, just, you know, manage your risk. As long as you stay patient and disciplined and find your setup, you will make it out of drawdown. You have a better shot at making it out of drawdown, I should say. Y'all, I don't want to guarantee anything, but you have a better shot at making it out of drawdown if you manage your risk, stay patient, stay disciplined, and just stay level-headed and just focus on what's in front of you and reading the price action versus trying to anticipate price action. So yep, that is it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day.